Alright, Alphino. Coming to Ishgard. The time for action has come, and Alphino knows what he must do. Oh.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
It's Alphino's voice actor back!
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Haurchefant.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmond has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortemps. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man, and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Hear, hear!
Tataru, how are you so fucking cute? I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. Your sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names, and they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you in the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then. Are you telling me we're gonna meet? We're gonna meet Daddy Haurchefant? Alright. Temple Knight, Gate Guard. Wards of House Fortemps. Ah, yes, you may pass. Proceed to Ishgard! Let's go. Oh, shit.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Halone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and his companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
Heavensward! We're here! Hi, Anna! We're here! We're in Heavensward, let's go! Ah! Also, look at these 2 cuties in jackets. Although they're in the exact same clothing, so there's that. Greetings, Master Winwissive. On behalf of House Fortemps, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you would all come with me. Okay, I'm gonna eat some goldfish. Tataru all bundled up is cute. It's so cute. Haurchefant! The warrior of light and his brave companions, walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I have waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Fortemps Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made. Okay! My body's ready.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. I, Count Edmond de Fortemps, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortemps, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortemps.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
You think? Taking in the sights. Alphino has a mind to learn more about Ishgard. Oh. Though our friends at House Fortemps have been generous enough to extend us their protection, you must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home, so that we might become more self-sufficient.
It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk.
'Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. We will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I grow forgetful in my dotage. There is something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is in order, I trust. Yes, my lord.
What is it?
Those documents identify you as wards of House Fortemps. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove unnecessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortemps. But let us hope that it shall not come to that. Rest assured, we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Kat, Tataru, the city waits.
Let's go!
We're all so fucking cute. Alright. As is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to the Hoplin, whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it first. Only meet? What? I shall then show you around the Jeweled Cozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services, before descending to Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza, if there are no questions. Okay. I just ran around everywhere, but, you know. The Hoplin, so named for the bronze great shield born by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thornton's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphino. Sorry, there's like something in my throat. Very good, Master Alphino. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined the King Thord and I to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the Jeweled Cozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elias, our master of the markets. Thought it was mistress. Wait, you're confusing me. Alright. Alright, Lace. Da-da-da. Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Oh, we're already showing our name. Ah, wards of House Fortemps, how very interesting. Count Edmond has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, whence our desires to make your acquaintance. Hence our desires. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners, should you be uncomfortable. Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrements, medicine, materials, whatever your desire, it can be found in the cozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall see soon. Soon see. Our next destination, the Aetheryte Plaza, is Foundation. If everyone is ready. Apparently my throat isn't. Jesus. Ba-da-ba. The normal. Why can't... Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. It didn't happen. It's false. Why'd you say I tuned to all of them if I didn't? That's hilarious. And here we have Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Aetheryte, it would be wise to do so now. Shh! You don't know me! You don't fucking know me! Why you gotta call me out like this? The better half. Your guide is eager to continue your tour of Ishgard. Okay. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby? The Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. That's where you get machinists, correct? There our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights, most heavenly, while to the south and east, well, 'twould be best if you avoided that area. Wait, why? And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lower levels, Master Alphino. I don't know who this is. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, me little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord, but a humble traveler. Oh, come to see the sights, have you? Take a turn down the Hopland and gawp at the statues. Bah! Well, if you've a mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight, if your nursemaid'll let ye. My humblest apologies, Master Alphino. Pray pay that drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I must simply must see this Forgotten Knight myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this cat. There are few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Hostelry. I don't think I said that right. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events?
Then I'm coming too.
Tali's looking at me for food chat. Alright. Gibralon. Hello. I must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishments. Master... Gibralon. Gibralon. Just Gibralon will do. And I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations, but if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to and from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we offer a menu more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits. All quality, mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. You speak of the lower levels, yes? Why do they call them the Broom, if I may ask? 'Cause when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. And it's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the boards and started tearing up the city, it was the broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More than few people are still sore about that, mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below, and something sharp in your boot, just to be sure. I shall take your word to heart, sir. Master Alphino, I think it would be best if we return to House Fortemps. Fortemps Manor, I think is what he said, actually.
You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two.
Tataru getting crunk? Fair. Miss Tataru, I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord, the Count, would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru?
Look around, Alphino. The tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me.
Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own?
Oh, please! Do you know how often I looked after the Waking Sands and the Rising Stones by myself? If I had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine.
Tataru gets hit on, confirmed? Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then. Tataru, Kat and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me via link, Pearl, if you require assistance.
I will.
Alright. Eat the rich, chat! Eat them! Nom nom nom. Daddy Fortemps! I'm not wrong. Tell us then, Master Alphino, does Ishgard meet with your expectations? That which I imagined pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took, and when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns in Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women. Even... Baron? Even children were given no quarter. Sir Imric has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support they can. There is much to be done, but alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you've done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is most generous offer, Mr. Alphano. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse.
Good. What would you ask of us?
From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. And I fight. As for you, Master Winwissive, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a man with a capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Atoriel and Amanelaine, I'm really bad at saying Amanelaine's name, to their duties.
I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out the duty myself. I have no need of your honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work?
Hold your tongues. By the Fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station and show Master Winwissive the respect he deserves. This is the man who slew Gaius van Belsar and some half-dozen primals besides. He is not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand boy.
Also deal with me because I'm in love with your brother. Leave me alone. Haurchefant will have your heads.
If you can pardon them for their impropriety, Master Winwissive, I should be much obligated if you would lend me my sons your helping hand. My thanks. Fury willing, they may even learn something from you. I'll whip them into shape, chat.
Amanelaine. Amanelaine. Right? Amanelaine.
Well, it's French, so it probably would be Amanelon. Amanelaine.
Fuck! I don't know. 'Twould seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortemps has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small, and so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades, and as you go about helping our two lords in their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Okay.
All of this is worse for me. Actually, it might be good for astrology, but rip.